what it feels like when you losing a real fight. I know it. I learned to get up, no, now I'm winning in real life. Ain't a weapon form against me, and you already know the rest, so you know your best ain't gon' stress me. If you the best, I'm the next thing. Get up, get up. We can do anything we wanna do. Get up, get up. Whatever I can do, you can do it too. Get up, get up. We can do anything we wanna do. Get up, get up. Whatever I can do, you can do it too.
Hello and welcome to UNCAGED. We're live from the new and improved Buffalo Wild Wings in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. That's right, Buffalo Wild Wings here just went through an amazing remodel and it looks great. It's brighter. You got new TVs everywhere. So if you're watching from home right now, come on out to Buffalo Wild Wings sometime soon. It looks great. Great sports bars everywhere. Let's get a hand for Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. All right, we're here to talk all things Broken Arrow golf. I'm here with Julia Dierker, the coach of the BA girls golf team, and Coach Charlie Brown, the boys coach. How you guys doing tonight?
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, so one of you have just finished up your season. Your other one's about to come up. We're going to talk a little bit about hosting state here in a second. But first, we want to get to know you guys a little bit better, right? Because audience, you know, we might even find some things out about you guys that your kids don't know. So that's what we're looking forward to the most. But first off, Julia, I want you to tell me a little bit about you. You just finished up your third season, right?
I did.
And tell me a little bit about your journey to Broken Arrow.
Well, I got to Broken Arrow 3 years ago, and before that, I came straight from the first tee of Tulsa, but we've had a great time in our last 3 years. Great time yesterday, great time on Monday, perhaps better time on Monday. We stayed dry all day,
So you're originally from Illinois, you told me, but you ended up going to high school at Jenks and Bixby and then ended up at Coffeyville Community College, so we got a little bit of a connection there as JUCO kids. But tell me a little bit about your experience in college playing golf.
So I qualified for junior college nationals 2 years in a row, and then I spent my next 2 years after that at the University of Arkansas at Fort Smith, and I played on our traveling team those 2 years there. I concluded my career and spent some time in corporate, and then I decided I wanted to come back to the golf.
What made you, did you just miss it so much? Did you ever think you wanted to be a coach? What made you get into coaching?
I did not think that I wanted to be a coach, but after a couple years spent in an office, I realized that was definitely not what I wanted to do either. So found my passion for it again after I'd been removed from my own personal career, and I've loved it since then.
Now, do you teach in the district as well?
I do. I teach freshman English at BAFA.
Nice. Shout out to BAFA.
Shout out BAFA.
All right, well, we'll come back to you in a second. Let's go to Charlie for it. Now, you've been here a little bit longer, I understand,
Yes,
right?
sir. A few more years.
So tell me a little bit about your BA journey.
Well, I started in 2008. Bo Belcher emailed me when he was the boys coach and asked me if I wanted to coach.
Now, is that even, you also have a prior teaching-only career, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I've been.
We want to give Vanderver a shout-out, right?
That's true. I was at Vanderver for, 25 years.
Yeah, as a PE teacher.
As a PE teacher, then moved to Aspen Creek, and then started coaching girls junior high golf in 2008.
How did that come about?
From Bo Belcher, the boys coach. We needed one. He called me and said, do I want to do it? And I said, absolutely. So I did that. And then in 2014, I moved to varsity girls.
There you go. I can hear you better now.
Yes, sorry. In 2014, I moved to the varsity girls and was there until the last 3 years, and I moved over to the boys.
So what went into that switch? What made you want to switch from girls to boys?
J.J. Belkoff asked me if I wanted to move over there. I was fine with either one.
Yeah.
And so they just asked me to move, so I said, okay.
Well, not much more to it than that. So tell me a little bit about, did you play golf in college or anything like that? What's your background with golf?
No, I did not play golf in college. I was a baseball player at NEO, then East Central State. My golf was just recreational. And
when did you go to NEO?
Wow, Greg.
I'm not trying to date you. That's where I'm originally from, is Miami.
74.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Norseman. I was a Norseman.
Once a Norseman, always a Norseman.
Absolutely.
Right? All right, so you guys are coming up on the state tournament here pretty soon. Talk to me a little bit about what it means to host state and for Broken Arrow, but also talk a little bit about some of the advantages that go into that for your team.
Well, it definitely gets to highlight our program at our home course and be able to show everybody what Forest Ridge has to offer the golfing community. and having the boys play on a course that they play daily hopefully should translate into us having a little bit of an advantage. We just have to take advantage of it.
For sure. All right, Julia, coming back to you. Talk a little bit about, and you've won at least one tournament every year that you've been head coach now, 3 years, right?
We have.
So tell me a little bit more about this team and what kind of kids you have, what kind of success they had out on the course this year.
So this year we started out really, really strong at our Putnam City North Invitational. That was our highest finish of the year. That was our lowest score of the year, led by our junior, not sophomore, Abby Chang, who is not quite here. She shot a 74th that tournament. From there, we struggled a little bit, but we had a little bit of a loss of access to practice facility as our year went on. That kind of took a toll on us in the rain and everything. So we didn't quite finish our season how we wanted to, but we had a pretty strong finish from Lily Seeley in her freshman year. She was in our top 25 in the state for us. So. And
you have 5 freshmen on the varsity, right?
I have 5 freshmen on the team, not quite 5 on varsity yet.
Okay. So what does that mean for you as a coach, kind of knowing the trajectory of the team in the future?
Yeah, it means we have a lot to look forward to, a lot of development. Our junior varsity team this year actually was second in the Skytook Invitational. So that was a tournament where they played varsity teams from some of the other schools, and they came out on top. So we've got really good stuff in front of us, and we've got a really strong junior high program actually as well this year and the last few years.
And we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have a couple of your seniors coming up here on the next segment, but talk a little bit about what they've meant to the program now that you've been with them for 3 years.
These seniors are really special to me. They joined our team during my first year of coaching, and so I've coached them through all of their high school tenure, and they have really grown into wonderful young women and really wonderful golfers. They were fantastic leaders for us. And this year, we've got one of them going to college to continue her golf career at SNU, and the other one going to OU to pursue pre-med. So some really wonderful girls.
Very nice.
Awesome. So, Coach, coming back to you, tell me a little bit about your season this year, and as you go into these big moments here next week, who's playing well for you?
Well, our 2 freshmen are really playing well, along with Jacob Newsom. He's been playing, he's pretty steady all year. So my younger ones are playing really well. We're just trying to get a rounded fivesome where everybody is contributing.
So tell me a little bit about the course right now. Obviously, we've had a lot of rain in Broken Arrow and really throughout the whole state. But has that affected the course in a negative way, or is things looking pretty good?
Well, it makes it a lot longer, but it also makes it really nice when you look at it as just looking
nice
at
and green right now.
Yeah, nice and green. Absolutely.
We should get out there and get some updated drone shots.
Absolutely, you should.
Yeah. So let's go back. Let's let these your kids out there know a little bit more about you guys. So we're gonna do some fun stuff here for a second. We're gonna do some either or questions. All right. So we'll start and we'll just bounce back and forth on the either or. YouTube or Netflix?
Netflix.
Okay. TikTok or Instagram?
Oh boy. I don't do either.
I was gonna say I don't see you as a man that spends a lot of time on either one of those.
No.
Definitely Instagram. I can get my reels on Instagram.
All right. Movies at home or at the theater?
At home.
I'm at the theater, at home, all the time for movies.
So I actually would have guessed. You know, I'm a movie theater guy.
No, I like to go too. So we do both.
All right. What is your favorite local restaurant besides, of course, Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh wow. Chili's.
Oh, right around the corner.
Yeah.
No paid advertisement for Chili's.
Sorry.
That's my fault for asking the question.
I like Villa Ravena in the Farm Shopping Center.
Nice.
Complex.
All right, what about this? Best concert you have ever been to?
Oh, wow. I don't go to many concerts. I'm going to say Willie Nelson.
How long ago did you see Willie Nelson?
That was a long time ago. When he was in Tulsa, probably back in 1973.
Wow, you're dating yourself there. So he's actually coming back to Oklahoma here pretty soon
with
Bob
I didn't know
Dylan.
that.
So
Really?
if you want to see 2 really old guys together, you can go see Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I go to a lot of concerts. My most recent, is that a favorite? I enjoyed it immensely. I saw G-Eazy on.
That was literally last night, right? I saw some people.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of people on Instagram.
Great.
All right, so couple other questions. Who is your favorite golfer, past or present?
Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
Rory McIlroy, named my first car after him, so I'm not a
What
not
kind
a
of car?
bandwagon
What kind of
fan.
car was it?
I had a '92 red Cherokee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What is your favorite club? Golf club, not like club.
The play or?
Yeah. No. What is your favorite club to use? What?
Oh, club to
Yes.
use. Okay. Pitching wedge.
Okay.
It's a lob wedge, my 60 degree.
All right. Favorite course you've ever played at?
Shangri-La.
Nice. Like the newly remodeled
Yes.
Shangri-La?
Yes, very nice.
Emerald Falls.
Where's that at?
R.I.P. It was out in Broken Arrow.
Oh,
It
it's
closed.
gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very
What part
good.
of BA? I've never heard of that before.
It was pretty close to Forest
Straight out
Ridge.
71st Street, all as far as you can go, and then turn left.
Yeah. Wedding venue now.
Yes.
So they just got rid of all the
The golf course is like gone. Yeah.
Well, that's like I'm originally from Miami. I grew up in BA until I was 8, and then we moved to Miami, Oklahoma. My dad was a basketball coach at NEO for a long time. But the Miami Golf and Country Club, which was a pretty good course for years and years, was bought out by one of the local tribes there, and just put away because they built their own course on the
Right.
other side of town. Who's the longest driver on the team? Go with you first.
Gavin De Silva.
Okay, we'll give him a shout out. He's going to be on the show a
Yes,
little
he'll
bit later.
be here a little bit later.
We go back and forth a lot, but I think the longest hitter on the team is still me at this point. Lily likes to contest that. She gets me occasionally.
All right, who has the best short game?
Jacob Newsom.
Okay.
Jenna Moydell.
2 more kids are going to be on the show with
Yeah.
us here. And then lastly, who is the best at getting themselves out of trouble?
You go first, Coach.
I'm probably gonna go Jenna again on that. She saved herself with 5 up and downs in a row at state this week.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to go back with Jacob again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you have a ton of names to
Right.
choose from, right? So you're bound to double dip there on some of the names. Tell me, is there anybody you guys want to give a shout out to, assistant coaches, people that help with the program, booster moms and dads, people like that?
Well, obviously our booster parents,
Yeah.
they do a great job of stepping up whenever we need something. The golf club at Forest Ridge has been fantastic to both the girls program and mine. So shout out to JJ and all the guys down there at Forest Ridge.
Okay, what about you?
I'll shout out my assistant coach. He kind of came out of nowhere this year, and he has been a fantastic addition to our team. Also, all my team moms this year as well have been a huge help in coordinating as we roll straight into our banquet tomorrow night. So busy
Nice.
week
Where are you
for
guys
us.
having that?
We'll have it at the Varsity Center. So
Okay.
stop by
Good
for your
place.
next Broken Arrow event. Yeah.
Coach, when do you guys have your banquet coming up? Obviously, you got the big event next week with State. What's
Ours
coming
is
up
the
after that?
21st at Forest Ridge.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's probably about all the time we have for you. If you got any final thoughts or anything going into State next week, what are you most excited about?
Just ready to compete, ready to show everybody in the state that we're the best.
All right. Well, sounds good. Well, we're going to go to commercial break. We'd like to thank both of you guys for joining us. We're going to come back with a couple player segments, and then we'll finish up with some videos to end. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings, live from Broken Arrow. I'm Greg Spencer, here with a couple members of the BA girls golf team, and Julia, Coach Dierker, is still here with us. I'd like to introduce Jenna Moydell and Ava Comedina. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. So both of you guys are seniors, right? But before we get to do a little bit of deep dive into golf, tell me a little bit about your BA journey. Talk to me. We'll start with you, Jenna. Are you a BA lifer? Have you always gone to BA? What schools have you gone to?
Yeah, I've always gone to BA. I went to elementary school at Highland Park, and then middle school at Oneida Ridge.
And then Baffin, and then to high school?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I only moved to Broken Arrow my sophomore year, the second semester. I'm originally from New Mexico.
Nice.
So, yeah.
How'd you end up from New Mexico to Broken Arrow?
The basic reason, my dad's job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. All right, so tell me a little bit about your golf background. When did you first pick up a club and head out to the course?
I started taking lessons my 8th grade year.
Had you ever played before then, or
No.
what went into that decision?
One of my friends got a golf simulator in their house, and I thought it was fun. And he has been playing golf like his whole life, and so he kind of just started giving me lessons and teaching me how to play. And yeah, I just practiced throughout my 8th grade and freshman year, and then decided to join my sophomore year.
Did you pick it up pretty naturally?
Yeah.
Apparently, I mean, What about you?
I only started playing my sophomore year. Pretty much when I moved is when I started taking it more seriously. So.
What went into that decision on your part? Was it just a friend or somebody enticed you to?
Yeah, so I started playing with my dad, and then I think moving to Broken Arrow really helped me a lot because sports are a lot bigger here and a lot more competitive, so it kind of pushed me to be more competitive with it.
What was the first course that you got some experience on?
Well, here in Oklahoma, Forest Ridge, that's our home course.
Yeah,
so.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Coach, tell me a little bit about these two. You know, we talked to them before the break, but tell me, what makes them special athletes and students here for Broken Arrow?
Yeah, so in addition to being really wonderful golfers, getting out of trouble, hitting the ball long ways, they are both really incredible students. Ava is the president, the leader of like 5 different school clubs, and like I said, Jenna's going pre-med, but in addition to that, they have always really prioritized golf in like a pretty special and unique way.
Yeah.
This year after our first round, they were all out on the driving range, and like the same can be said for these two. Just always, they were always working to improve. No matter how long they'd already been out there, they want to be the best, and they've taken a lot of steps to get themselves where they are.
Talk to me a little bit. I'll let you guys answer. I know this is nervous to compliment people when they're right next to you, but tell me a little bit about Coach and what makes her special.
I like how Coach has always strived us to be our best and push us to practice more. And I think that she's been a really great coach with it being her first 3 years. I think she's picked it up really well. And yeah.
Awesome. What about you? Anything in particular that you can say, like, she helped me with this the most in your game?
Yeah, she's helped me with, like, everything, actually.
I was going to say, you've had her all 3 years, and you had literally never played golf before.
Yeah,
then,
so she's been not just a great coach, but a great friend to me, and she helps me a lot with, like, my mentality and just reminding me to keep it simple, and that I tend to overthink it a lot, and she just kind of brings me back and helps me a lot with that, and she reminds me of like my fundamentals and to trust what I know, which is really helpful to me in the middle of a round.
Very cool. So, Coach, talking about that, kind of piggybacking off those comments, obviously that's something, golf is such a mental game, right? Talk to me a little bit about what strengths you have and kind of getting that message across to the kids and what you have to do it.
Yeah, well, mental game was something that I always struggled with immensely. Being a teenage girl is really, really hard. Being a teenage girl on a golf course is even harder. So, yeah, definitely. So I just try to help them kind of maintain perspective. You know, today we're on the golf course. Maybe it's not our best day on the golf course, but it's still a really good day. We're still out here doing something that we love in weather, and we have bodies that can do it. And, you know, we have teammates that are here, and they're rooting for us, and they're supporting us. And if they're not, then we can all get really close on the track doing a good run workout. We did it.
Hey, probably much rather walk the course than have to go to the track. So talk to me a little bit about she mentioned you guys in your involvement in the school. What are some of your other non-golf related BA memories that you got graduation coming up in less than 2 weeks. What are some things that you guys are going to remember the most about your time at BA?
Like other than golf?
Yeah, other than golf.
Probably like all the dances, like homecoming and prom. That'll probably be like the most memorable.
How was prom last week, right?
It was
2 weeks
so
ago?
fun, yeah.
Yeah, right before state. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the bad time about playing a spring sport. Is you're always going to have conflicts when it comes to that. What about any teachers that you want to give a shout out to that meant a lot to you in your time at Broken Arrow?
Probably, I would say I really like my English teacher, Miss Mars. She is really sweet, and she cares so much about every single one of her students, and I really appreciate that.
I love all of the leadership and student activity directors, Harger, Drake, Tommy, Wellborn, Suddy. They're always there for me, and they always let me rant.
Very close-knit group, yeah. Tell me a little bit about kind of what you guys are looking forward to in the future. I know she mentioned what your plans are. What are you looking forward to next year?
Probably just like making new friends in college. I don't know. I think that I'm not really sure what to expect, but I just
You say you're going to OU, right?
Yes, yeah.
Do you have much time in Norman or experience there?
Not really, but...
Well, I was right there with you. In long time ago, 1999, I graduated high school and really had spent very little time in Norman, and then spent the next 6 years. It took me a while to graduate. I didn't go pre-med. It just took me a long time. But Norman's a great place, and I think you'll love it. So, what about you?
I'm looking forward to play golf next year at Southern Nazarene, and I'm excited just to keep doing it. And I feel like I've put a lot into it, so I'm excited just keep
you guys
better.
won't be too far from each other.
Yeah, we'll be close. We'll definitely be hanging out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do some of those same rapid fire questions that we did with your coach, and then Coach, if you have any comments, you feel free to jump in.
All right.
So we'll start with the golf stuff. Favorite golfer, past or present?
Mine would probably have to be I like Nelly Corda.
Okay.
That's kind of hard. I like Scotty Scheffler. I like his personality and how he acts. I think it's fun.
Now, do you watch PGA more than LPGA, or a little bit of both?
I watch both.
Yeah, I watch both. Probably more PGA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite sport besides golf?
I like tennis. I play tennis sometimes,
Okay.
yeah.
I come from a baseball family, so I enjoy watching baseball and going to all my brother's games, so that's a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite pro team?
LA Dodgers. Yep.
I'm a Dodger fan. Good choice. All right, let's see. Favorite club?
Probably my 8-iron.
And why?
I just like to, I don't know. I hit that club a lot, and I hit it pretty well, so.
Okay.
I like my 9-iron. I like my shorter irons. I hit them better than the long ones, so it's good.
All right. Favorite course you've ever played?
I played a course in Cabo. I honestly can't remember what it's called, but it was so pretty, and it was on the beach.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I like the courses in New Mexico. I played Sandia, and it's really nice, and I like the higher elevation golf courses. I don't know.
Why is that?
I feel like your clubs go further, which is nice, and I like how the greens are. I don't know, they're just
So it's similar to
smoother.
baseball, like in Colorado, you can hit home runs easier at Coors-Field and whatnot.
Yeah.
How about favorite course you've never played that you'd love to play one day?
Probably I don't know.
I would say
know.
Pebble Beach. It just looks so pretty. Every hole you're on,
Or
it's
Augusta National.
Yeah, basic. I don't know.
Courses I'll never play, but
Yeah.
Coach, I didn't ask that one for you earlier. Do you have one?
I'm right there with Augusta, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You
Have you
have
ever been there?
I haven't, no, but I'm seeing more. It looks like it's getting more accessible every year, so fingers crossed.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about this earlier. Let's see if these questions match up with her answers. But who's the longest driver on the team besides her that shouted herself out?
I feel like you hit the ball pretty far. Ava?
Me?
Yeah, I feel like Ava.
It depends on how I'm hitting, but sometimes.
All right, who has the best short game?
I mean, Adley's really good at putting. She makes long putts.
Okay. And who is the best at getting themselves out of trouble?
I don't know.
Yeah. Me, anybody, but let's do this.
I mean, I don't see him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who should we look at next year? You guys are going to be gone. Who needs to take over that leadership role next year on the team? Can be more than one.
It's kind of hard. We have a lot of freshmen, but they're all really great leaders, and they all put in a lot of work. And I think Caitlin is really, really great about just working on anything that she needs to. She's after practice every day. Honestly, all of them are, but I look to her as a leader, even though she's younger than me. I think she's really awesome, and she's really positive, and just how she treats everyone, I really admire.
Very cool, very cool. You got a same answer to that, or anybody else?
I was going to say Caitlin. Yeah, she's always there.
Okay.
So.
All right, we'll finish up here with some either-or questions, same ones. YouTube or Netflix?
Probably Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix.
Any favorite show you're binging recently on Netflix?
Not really.
Or a go-to that you come back to a lot?
I don't really have
not
much time. We have too much
busy.
golf. Yeah.
Too busy with golf.
Too busy with
All
golf.
right, TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movies at home or at the theater?
At home.
I say at home.
When's the last time you've been to a movie theater?
Probably when I watched.
You didn't go see Minecraft?
I did not. I haven't yet.
Did you see all the stuff on TikTok? About
Yeah,
people?
I've seen a lot.
Crazy stuff there.
It scared me away.
Favorite local restaurant besides Buffalo Wild Wings?
I really like Society.
Okay, Society's a good place.
Yeah.
And they're, I believe, a sponsor since several of our athletic teams, so we're all right giving them a shout out.
I don't really go out too much to eat. I don't know.
What about this? Special question just for you. Favorite
Tomasitas. I don't know. Just a lot of Mexican food, but it's good.
best concert you have ever been to?
I'm trying to remember.
I've been to Zach Bryan.
Or you could go with Zach Bryan recently.
Yeah.
It's always a good one.
I went to Zach Bryan too.
Yeah.
What about somebody that you've never seen that you wish you could see, dead or alive?
Oh, I really want to
that's
go to
hard.
Bruno Mars.
Okay. You have to go to Vegas for that. I think he's like paying off some gambling debts or something.
Oh gosh.
Call him out.
He's not watching.
Oh gosh. Yeah, he's calling him out.
All right, well, that's awesome. It was good getting to know you guys. Great senior seasons. Looking forward to you graduating here in a week. We're going to be broadcasting that as well on ArrowVision for anyone that can't make it. You can share that link with them from YouTube and all the different places it will be. Really appreciate you guys, and give them a round of applause in the crowd, and thanks for you guys, all your great work here, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. You're watching Uncaged. We are here to talk some boys golf now. Let's give them a round of applause since we didn't come back in. All right, so why don't you guys introduce yourself? Because in our pre-conversation, I kept botching it. So,
I'm Jacob Newsom. I'm a sophomore, and I don't know. I play for the golf team.
Good job. Yeah.
My name's Gavin De Silva. I'm a senior, and I also play for the golf team.
My name's Evan Hyde. I'm a senior, and I also play for the golf team.
All right, awesome. Well, you guys have something exciting coming up next week, next Monday.
Yes, sir.
You've obviously been to the state tournament before, but you've been to Forest Ridge plenty of times. But what's going to be like? We'll start out with you, Jacob. We'll start out with you. What's going to be like getting to play on your home course for a state tournament?
It's definitely going to be. I'm definitely going to feel a lot of pressure, but I mean, I'm just going to go play golf, pretend like it's a normal round, and just play my game.
You know, we've played the course so many times, there's literally no point in being nervous. You have a memory bank of 1,000 shots in 1,000 different ways to play the course. I mean, at that point, you just have to trust yourself and just know that you know where not to miss it and that bad shots are going to come, but you just got to play with it.
Well, and obviously, you got to feel good about the advantages of how well you know the course, but not only that, you know, even though it's fun to go on those trips and stay in hotels and things like that, there's something to be said, especially in a tournament this big, to be able to sleep in your own bed and have that routine. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, being able to just sleep in your own bed is pretty nice. But also, like, being able to play your home course, I mean, you play there all the time. Like, it's just, you can do it in your sleep. I mean, it's pretty easy. But you gotta play your swing, though.
All right, so what I want you guys to do now here, we'll flip it up a little bit, but I want you to talk a little bit about your teammates' game. So we'll start with you and Jacob, and I want you to tell me a little bit about the good things about your teammates' game.
Yeah.
Give him a compliment.
This guy's a dog with a driver, but he never hits it. I don't know why. And this guy's just good at everything. He's just a chill guy. I don't know.
He's just a chill guy, the meme?
Yeah.
All right, you talk about your teammates now.
So, one thing about Jacob is this guy could probably hit 1,000 golf balls, and there might be a yard of deviation between each shot. I mean, he hits it so straight, so consistent, same number every time. It is unbelievable. And like Jacob said, Evan is just great at everything.
So where do you get that consistency from? Where'd you learn that?
I don't know. I just like lock in. I don't know. It's just another vision, you know. I don't know. I don't know how I do it.
All right, we'll go to you and give some shout-outs.
Just like Gavin said, I mean, Jacob is Mr. Consistent. I mean, like, he hits every fairway and every green. I mean, maybe he'll miss a green maybe once a round, and that's like a bad round for him. And Gavin here hits the ball like 400 yards. I know. He hits it so far, but I don't know why he never hits it.
I know.
All right, well, that's awesome. Well, let's get to know you guys a little bit better. We'll come back to some golf questions here in a second. But tell me a little bit about, we'll go left to right, or just, I guess we'll go down. Right would not help us out very much. Yeah. But tell me a little bit about your BA journey. When did you start school at Broken Arrow Public Schools?
Always been at BA, and I used to play hockey.
Where'd you go to elementary?
Country Lane.
Country Lane?
But I used to play hockey, then I quit at 8, started playing golf, and then I just...
Who was responsible for putting a golf club in your hand the first time?
Pops got me into it.
Your granddad or your dad?
My dad. My dad got me into it, and then he's not very good, but I don't know.
Oh, he must have done. Is he here right now?
No, he's not. But
we'll be sure he sees this.
Oh, yeah.
What about you?
So I joined BA in 8th grade at Centennial Middle School. I played in middle school.
So you're 2 years older than him, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then my freshman year played a couple varsity tournaments and then a couple of JV as well. And then I actually moved to Massachusetts for a year my sophomore year. But then I came back and I played varsity the last 2 years.
Very cool.
I've been here K through 12. I played golf on the team since 7th grade, so every year I could play golf, I was on the golf team. And, it's just kind of been my life since I was about 7 years old.
Awesome. Well, you've obviously got a couple more years of high school left, but you guys are about to graduate soon. What are you going to miss most about Broken Arrow?
Evan, you can go first.
I'll probably miss the connections I had with the people here. I feel like I bonded with my teammates pretty well, and just my classmates in general. And, moving on to that next step of college, I'm going to have to make a ton of new friends, and it's just going to be a whole new environment.
What's your plans for next year?
I'm going to OU, and I'm going to major in accounting.
Very cool.
So one thing I'm going to miss about Broken Arrow is having a set schedule and having people to push me, like a coach and teachers. Next year it's going to be all on me to do my work.
And where's that at?
So I'll be studying finance at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth.
Nice, very cool. So what are you going to miss most about these guys, and what have they done to kind of pass the baton of leadership to you?
The two greatest Uber drivers ever right here. They're just goats. And then
are you guys actually Uber drivers, or is that an inside joke?
Me because I can't drive, so they just
I gotcha.
But anyways, they're just.
When do you turn? When do you get to drive?
July or June. I don't know, mid-June.
You don't know?
I don't know. It's somewhere in there. I don't know.
All right. Awesome. Let's talk a little bit do some of these rapid fire questions that we talked with the other groups. And we'll start off with, lost the questions for a second. Favorite golfer, past or present?
I'll go first.
Yeah, we'll start with you.
Probably Bob Rotella. He's just a G. He's a mental coach, but no one knows him, but he's.
I was gonna say I've never heard that name.
But he's just a good mental coach.
I'd have to say Scotty. I'm a big Scotty guy. I love his flow, love his mental game.
I love Justin Thomas. I just think everything about his game is pure.
So a lot of times, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, people talk about modeling your games after different professional athletes. Is that something you can do at golf, or do you feel like it's too hard to try? And obviously you can look up to somebody, but can you pick things up from different pros?
So you can definitely look at a pro's short game and see the way they manipulate their club or swing it, or the way they set up their club, and you can definitely copy it from there. But once you get to the swing fundamentals, it's kind of hard because everybody's built differently, and so what works for someone that's a pro may not work for you.
Yeah, it just feels like, a golf swing is such a complicated thing that it's really hard it's not like a batting stance where you can, kind of do that kind of thing. Talk to me a little about what are some other sports you guys are into?
Does roulette count as a sport?
Sure, why not?
I like to play pickleball quite a bit. Tennis.
Have you been to this Ace place over here?
Not yet, but hoping to soon.
I like to play basketball in free time. I've played rec since 8th grade, and I used to play competitive basketball up until then.
Got a favorite NBA team?
The Thunder.
Are you going to win tonight?
I hope so.
I hope the last 3 or 4 minutes of that game the other night were tough to watch.
Yeah.
All right.
I just golf. I don't do anything else.
Nothing but golf? Well, that's why you're so consistent, right?
I know.
Yeah. All right. What is your favorite club to use?
I'm gonna go with the putter because I just like the feel of like making a good putt.
Are you good at putt as well?
I'm all right. I'm not the greatest.
Is there even a putt course in Tulsa now that the one closed?
There's one. I don't know. I think it's on.
There used to be a place in Broken Arrow back in the day called Golf World, way before your time. It no longer exists, but it was good when I was a kid.
I like my 58. I love chipping and I love getting creative, so for me that's the favorite.
I love my 4-iron because if I'm not getting off the tee well with the driver, it's consistent, it hits the fairway, and it goes pretty far.
Okay. Favorite course you've ever played?
I'm gonna go Congressional Country Club.
Where's that?
It's in Bethesda, Maryland. It's so nice. It's just.
Is that a course that hosts PGA?
Yeah, they had a PGA Championship there in 2014.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought that sounded familiar.
And then I'll give you 2 courses. One I play regularly, Mission Hills in Kansas City, and my favorite of all time is Trinity Forest in Dallas.
Nice.
Cedar Ridge. It's a great course.
That's a local course, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I live right down the road from it.
Nice.
What about favorite course you've never played?
Augusta, but probably TPC. I just want to play hole number 17, TPC Sawgrass.
I'd like to play Dallas Country Club. I think I will sometime this year.
I like to play Pinehurst number 2. I feel like it's a challenging course.
Now, are you guys golf simulator guys or video game golf guys at all?
I hit on the sim a little bit, but I'd rather just be there in person.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really practice much outside the time I have to, so no.
I hit on a simulator kind of often because they have one out at Cedar.
Yeah, very cool. All right, tell me a little bit about who is the longest driver on the team. This guy right here. I think he pointed to you though earlier, right? No.
This guy's just a dog.
Same thing. Best short game.
Ooh, I think Jacob has that one. Yeah,
definitely
just
Jacob.
really consistent. Just picks the ball every time.
I think Luke Chang, man. He's a go.
Is he in the audience tonight?
No, he's not.
Didn't make it tonight? All right, tell me a little bit about, we'll switch it up here. Tell me a little bit about Coach Brown.
Oh boy, Coach Brown is someone that will give you the most inappropriate motivation speech. You might have missed a 5-footer and he's like, you got to keep your game focused. And honestly, most of the time it'll just make you laugh and make you reset. So I have to give it to him in that sense. He's always there to pick you up.
Keeps it lighthearted?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's just a jolly guy. He's always getting me in a good mood. So
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him without a smile on his face.
I know.
So.
Yeah,
What about you?
He's just a positive guy. Like when you're on the golf course, if things aren't going your way, he's just there to cheer you up and just make you try and play better.
Anybody else that's kind of helped you in your journey towards being a Broken Arrow golfer?
My old golf coach, Andre, he really pushed me to be like the best version of myself, like mentally and like in my golf game. And it's really helped my golf game improve.
Brett Freeman for me, he's my coach, super nice guy. Never really cared about how well I played, just how I am as a person.
Very cool.
Probably my dad.
Your dad? Yeah, you said he was the one that, even though he's not very good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the either-or questions right now. YouTube or Netflix?
I'm going to go YouTube.
I'll also go YouTube.
Go Netflix.
Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Heimler. He's an AP guy, history.
Interesting.
I can't think of one.
My kids are really into Mr. Beast. They're 12. TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Instagram.
All right, so the girls like TikTok and boys, Instagram. Movies at home or at the theater?
At the theater, 100%.
Nice.
I'm going to go at home.
At home.
Okay. Favorite local restaurant besides Buffalo Wild Wings?
I'm just going to say Buffalo Wild Wings.
Shout out Buffalo Wild Wings.
I like Bull in the Alley.
And where's that?
Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Chipotle.
Chipotle, can't go wrong with Chipotle. What about the best concert you've ever been to?
I don't think I've been there.
You can't drive, so.
I've never been to one either.
Probably Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkey, wasn't expecting that one. So who is somebody that you would like to see in concert if you had the opportunity? You two, since you didn't have
you go first.
I'd like to see Zach Top.
Probably Zach Bryant.
All right, lots of Zach action in the crowd tonight. All right, let's see. Final questions. What are you going to miss most about Broken Arrow?
Probably.
Well, you're not going to miss it because you're.
Yeah, that's right.
Just the people at Broken Arrow. They're just always there to just help you, cheer you up, just make you a better version of yourself.
I will miss being in Tulsa. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. All right, so we're about to wrap it up here. I thank you guys for joining us. Good luck next week. Really excited to watch you guys come out. We're going to be taking photos. Be sure and follow at BA Tiger Sports. And you guys, good luck.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, thank you guys.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We are live here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. We just talked all things BA golf, and now we're going to go to a couple videos you may be watching or have been watching. We've got Broken Arrow soccer playing right now. It's 1-1 with Jinx right now. Dylan Rivera on the call, so you can watch both those streams if you got two screens. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about National Signing Day. Just happened recently. It was the third one of the year. And we're going to go to a video of that, learn a little bit more about all of our athletes here at Broken Arrow that are signing to play at the next level.
Another Broken Arrow Athletics signing day is in the books. 9 more Tigers are taking that next step and competing in college. A day many of them have had their hearts set on for years.
It means a lot. It's a dream come true. I mean, who wouldn't want to play the sport at the next level? Ever since a young kid, I was dreaming about this moment, and now I made it happen.
It was a dream come true for me because I've always wanted to play college soccer. I've always seen other people in front of me go play college soccer and say it was really fun. It was challenging, but it was really fun.
Another Broken Arrow Athletics signing day is in the books. 9 more Tigers are taking that next step and competing in college. A day many of them have had their hearts set on for years.
It means a lot. It's a dream come true. I mean, who wouldn't want to play the sport at the next level? Ever since a young kid, I was dreaming about this moment, and now I made it happen.
It was a dream come true for me because I've always wanted to play college soccer. I've always seen other people in front of me go play college soccer and say it was really fun. It was challenging, but it was really fun.
I didn't think I was going to cheer in college, so to be able to actually sign with the D1 college and go and pursue cheer is really just, it's great.
It meant everything. Obviously I have an older brother and he was able to experience this. So, being able to actually do this and actually follow in the steps of him, but also just making my family proud, I think it's a very great achievement.
Family is, of course, everything. For these 9 athletes to look out and see all those who supported them for years makes this day all that much sweeter.
It's a very special moment. I mean, having my family around here and my loved ones. Honestly, I grew up with these guys, half of them, and then just see my all the team here to celebrate with us means everything to me.
I've been committed for a while, but I hadn't signed yet, and so today kind of sealed the deal. Felt real. I'm a college athlete now, and to have everybody here and really support me, I didn't tell a lot of people. And so everybody kind of found out today, and it was really exciting.
With graduation right around the corner here at Memorial Stadium, these seniors are circling their first days on their new campuses. But no matter where they find themselves, they'll always have a home here at BA.
I'm so excited. I have my first practice with them on May 4th, which is really close, so that's really fun. I can't wait now.
It means a lot, having one of the biggest high schools in Oklahoma. It's I guess some sort of pressure, but I think I'm able to handle that, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to handle that. So I'm glad to be a BA kid through and through.
From the Broken Arrow Event Center with ArrowVision, I'm Dylan Rivera.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're wrapping things up here. We just saw a video about our athletes signing to play on the next level. I'd like to thank Dylan Rivera for that and remind you one more time, he is on the call right now at Kirkland Field with a Broken Arrow Jinx soccer game, first round of the playoffs. So as soon as this is over, if you haven't watched that, be in turn over to that. We're going to take a look at one more video before we wrap things up tonight. We have a chance to talk with Coach Travis Hill, our new football coach, and we've got a special off-season edition of Inside Tiger Football. We got 3 episodes coming out the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, leading up to the spring game on the 30th. Exciting things happening with Coach Hill and all his new staff. Dylan had a chance to sit down with him and talk for a little bit. On the 15th, that first episode next week will come out, so be sure and catch it. But here's a sneak peek.
Everybody has different coaches they pull from, especially when you're younger and you're kind of building your philosophy and how you decide you want to coach. Who are some of those guys that you pull from?
Well, that's a great question, so I can really identify. First of all, I can go all the way back to elementary, okay?
with my PE teacher, Calvin Long. He was the guy that identified me, didn't know me. He said, "You look like an athlete." So that's where the athletics started off, encouragement from a guy that didn't know me that I really respected as the PE guy. Then as I got into high school, there's a guy named Larry Ballard. Larry Ballard, that we're talking about relationships, that was the relationship guy. That's where I learned about how a coach-player relationship concept really works, because I appreciated the way he related to us and related to me in particular. Then you go to college, Coach Eckert, okay? Talk about shooting straight. Coach Eckert's going to give you that, whether you didn't want to hear it, okay, or whatever, straight all the time. And he said something when I left, and he got me he's kind of the guy that got me my first job over at Stillwater High. He said, be yourself. As we walked out, and it reflected, that would go on in one year and not the other year, coming from a lot of people, but coming from Coach Eckert, because as I said, you didn't get anything, you got Coach Eckert every time. Whether it's the president of the university, myself, his wife, whatever, you're going to get that type of approach, so consistency there. So those are some guys I reflect on that were, obviously, besides family, that were very directional and very helpful in my life.
I saw a picture of your NSU days. You had some longer hair, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did he ever tell you to cut that hair?
No, but to add on to that, I met Mrs. Hill, Jana, my wife, in college, but that's not where we had anything. Cause I scared her. That's what I said. When we met in college, why didn't you have anything to do with me then? Because I remember the nose up, the snub. As she walked by, I said hi, and she said, "I was scared of you." I said, "With the long hair and the goatee,
Yeah.
So probably had a lot to do with it. But so since then, we've cleaned up and gone from there. Yep.
So being back here at Broken Arrow, though, you've gotten a few months of work in. What's kind of just your feeling, your general feeling of the team so far as you've gotten the early part of the work in?
They're responding. I think that's the best thing. I think one of the best things in the world that's ever happened to us is having Yancey McKnight come on as the strength coach. This guy is, of course, he was a legend before he got here and has had a lot of success. But to watch him work and where we were heading with Dalton was great, and we were making some amazing strides. And I'm giving them, it's off season, so the weight room is where you start figuring out how to be a football player right now. Doesn't make you a football player, but it demands a lot of the same the grind, the tough work. There's not an off season; it's all the time. So those are things that we've been really diligently working on, and I really think we're making movements. We're making great strides toward that. So that's a kid's skill, and again, it's entrusting in us and us giving them the right information, and I think they're buying into it.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Broken Arrow. Hope you enjoyed that sneak peek segment of the off-season edition of Inside Tiger Football with Dylan Rivera and Coach Travis Hill. Really excited about these episodes we have coming up. First one on the 15th, getting to know all the staff, talking to some of the players coming back. Big things happening for Broken Arrow football. But tonight, it was all about BA Golf. Don't forget, next week, we've got the boys golf team state tournament at Forest Ridge. If you get a chance, go out there and support them. Be sure and follow at BA Tiger Sports. Let's give them one last round of applause tonight for the Broken Arrow boys and girls golf team. Really appreciate them coming out. Been a fun episode. Really appreciate all of you for being here tonight or watching online. This is probably going to be the last episode for the year, but we will be back with future episodes. Make sure you're following us at ArrowVision BA on all social media and visit BATigersports.com to keep up with all our teams. Thank you guys for joining us here at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll see you next time.